everyone, this is the Build a Brain model. We're going to start off with the forebrain. The forebrain's function is that it plays a role in the processing of information related to the complex cognitive activity and sensory and associative functions and voluntary motor activities. Next is the thalamus, if I pronounced that right. Its function is to take in sensory information. Next one, we have the hindbrain, the hindbrain. The hindbrain's function is to attend to the fundamentals of survival, like respiratory rhythm, monitor activity, and sleeping and wakefulness. The next one is hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is this little green area right here. And the hypothalamus function is homeostasis, like body temperature, like keeping the body temperature at a basic, at a regular level. The amygdala is next. The amygdala is a little circle right there. The amygdala's function is responsible for the perception of emotions. Next, we have the hippocampus. The hippocampus is this little tube right there. Hippocampus function is the center. The function is the central to learning and memory. Sorry, got mixed up a little bit right there. The next one is the pons. The pons function is the autonomic functions, like sleeping and relaying information between the cerebellum and the cerebral cortex. Oh geez. Okay, the next one is the cerebellum. This is this orange part right here. Oh, also the pons is this circular part. The cerebellum is next, so it's this orange part. The cerebellum's function is the motor memory and body control. Next one is the midbrain. The midbrain is around these parts. The midbrain's function is it contains basic vision and hearing functions. It's also the input center for the muscle movement. Next one is the medulla. Yeah, the medulla is this part right here. The medulla's function is automatic controls, like the beating of the heart and breathing lungs. The next one is the sulcus, and the sulcus is this part right here. The sulcus function is to create ridges and grooves which serve to separate brain regions and increases cognitive abilities. Next one, we have the gyrus, and the gyrus is like these parts right here. Like the gyrus's function is to increase the surface area of the brain. The next one is the bronchus area, which is this blue part right here, and its function is to organize language and speech production. Right here we have the Wernicke's area? I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, and that's that little red part right there. And its function is language interpretation. Now we have the cerebral cortex. That's this part, which is this whole thing. And the function is playing a key role in attention, perception, awareness, thoughts, memories, language, and this one's gonna get me. Consciousness. Next, we have the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe's function is emotional control. And then we have the prefrontal cortex, which is with the frontal cortex right here in this area. So both of them are this area right here. And the prefrontal cortex's function is linked to excessive or executive function. So it's refers to processes that function on controlling short-sighting behaviors to be able to act with a goal in mind. This is the next one is the motor cortex, which is this brown part right here. And the motor cortex's function is to put out motor nerves. So there's another. It gets information and it shoots it down, out to the muscles. No, sorry. It just has to put out motor nerves. And the next one is the parietal lobe, parental lobe. Okay, and its function is the sensational part of the brain and reacts to your environment. So yeah, that next one is that one was this blue part. The next one is the occipital lobe, and its function is primarily just vision. The next one is the temporal lobe, and that is this green part, is the temporal lobe. And the temporal lobe's function is important in language, hearing, and memory. The next one is the auditory cortex, which is also this green part. And the auditory cortex function is the process and auditory information in humans. The next one is this one I'm not even going to pronounce it. It's Longitudinal. And the next word is Fisher. And it has no function, but it is the space between the right and left hemisphere. So this space right here. And the next one is the corpus. The next one is the corpus callosum, and that is that yellow part right here. And its function is to connect. Its function is the connection of nerves. So it should be connected together, and that is also that yellow part is also the same one. The next one is the left hemisphere, and its function is language production. And the last one right here is the right hemisphere. So this is the left hemisphere, this is the right hemisphere. The left hemisphere's function is is some creative functions that it has. But the left hemisphere controls the right side, and the right hemisphere controls the left. If that makes sense. But yeah, this is the Build a Brain model. Thank you guys.